Hello, everybody, and welcome to Weird World. I'm Jeff,
And not Beth.
and we're here to talk about another little issue. It seems like that a McDonald's is banning everyone under 18 after 5 p.m. over physical and verbal abuse against their staff. Yeah. The fast food chain in Liverpool City Center confirmed that anyone underneath the age of 18 without an accompanying adult will be turned away from its Church Street branch. Go away. After a number of incidents of antisocial behavior. Yeah. That's interesting. I'm not going to lie. Sad, more than anything. The McDonald's branch has announced it will close its doors to under 18s after 5 p.m. The fast food chain confirmed that anyone underneath the age of 18 will be going bye-bye. All right, they said that this was down. This is happening. That's an interesting way of saying it. Because of a number of incidents of antisocial behavior in the area, and employees being subjected to verbal and physical abuse. What the hell? The decision to impose the restrictions is currently temporary, with one person telling the Eco about the chaotic scenes as the security guards are forced to turn away customers. They said, as I was leaving, the security guard stopped a man he believed to be a teenager and told him they weren't allowing people under 18 into the restaurant after 5 p.m. without an adult with them. Huh. The man told the security guard he was in his 20s, so he apologized and explained that the new company policy meant that he couldn't let groups of teens in on their own. I was in town the night before, and there were large groups of kids all over Liverpool 1, and they were moved on a number of times by security near the cinema and the park. A McDonald's spokesperson, over recent weeks, we have seen an increase in the number of incidents of antisocial behavior in the area, with our people being subjected to verbal and physical abuse. We have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to crime and antisocial behavior, and have temporarily restricted restaurant access to everyone over 18 after 5 p.m. This decision was not taken lightly, and we're working closely with the police to find a resolution and help reduce these incidents. What do you think about this?
I think it's pretty crazy, and I
would agree.
We're the parents. It's like if you knew that your child was creating havoc and stuff like that,
He would be a very unhappy boy. Let me tell you.
Right. Or very
like, oh, you want to berate people and yell at them? Really? Let's fix that, shall we?
Yeah. Pretty much. And it's like, I don't know. It's control your children.
Yeah, it's just, but yeah, I've heard of other businesses having certain issues with the younger generation here and there, but it also greatly depends really on where they're from. Some businesses that I talk to, because I do go to a bunch of businesses and talk to them and everything, and a lot of people usually go on and start talking about how oh, well, everything is really good and people and this and so people are nice and whatever, but then you go and you hear about from other cities and whatever, and then all of a sudden it's like everybody's a shit, and it's like, okay, why,
Right.
But a lot does have to deal with what do they think they can get away with,
Right.
all right, and is it hip to do this now with other people their same age,
Right.
social status. Well, you won't believe what I did last night, that usually does start with the atypical. Yeah, this is gonna be one really dumb story when it starts with that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're not gonna believe what happened to me last weekend. That's always usually one that's a bit of what kind of stupidity did you get involved with?
Right.
But I don't know. Have you seen anybody and stuff having to do that anywhere where you live or have gone to?
Mm-hmm.
At least around here.
Around here, no. I mean, but it's also like a vast majority of teenagers that I've run across. I mean, generally they just try to do like their own typical like teenager stuff. I mean, they're not like out assaulting people or breaking out windows so much or anything like that. So I mean.
Well, yeah, that's just it. We're here in Michigan, and we don't have a bunch of we don't have a bunch of stupid crap going on out here.
Right, and it's like, like I said, where are the parents? I mean, like, if it was like an inner city problem or something like that, just because you live in an inner city doesn't mean you generally have to like, act like a cock to everybody else. So, I mean, that's all just like social or, and that's all on your upbringing. So it's like, where's the parents?
Yeah. Well, hopefully, and so they'll be able to take care of this. I don't think the cops are going to be able to solve this type of thing. Really, and so they should be getting and just the biggest thing would be to shame them. That if they're going to be causing problems, whatever, post videos, post pictures of the kids and stuff like that.
Right.
Being troublemakers and whatever. You want to be able to get and that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to solve any problem just because we embarrass them and stuff like that, and their parents. It doesn't mean that it's the parents are going to back them dumbly and say, oh, well, they can do what they want. You can't, you shouldn't be allowed to shame them. Well, they're verbally and physically assaulting people.
Right.
What the hell?
Yeah, and like I also, heard stories where their parents don't believe that their child would ever do anything like that. Like, oh, well, he's a good boy.
Yeah, the blind enablers.
Yeah.
But all right, so there's that's what's going on. So if if you know of any stories and have experienced a bunch of this kind of stuff yourself and stuff, let us know about it. Like, share, and let everybody know about us. And talk to you again later.
Bye-bye.